Hi guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa. I'm just back to do a bit of a project share with you today. I have been working on using up some of my scraps that I have lying around. So I don't know, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but I buy a pack of scrapbook paper that often comes like this. This is a Kaiser Craft one, and I've used all my favourite pages, and so what I have left are the scraps from my favourite pages left, or bits that I didn't use, and I can't bear to part with them. I have even kept the little pieces that go across the top of my page like this, and it just kind of sits there and I've done nothing with it, and they're beginning to accumulate. So I'll have a few pages left, but they might not be my favourite pages, and there's certainly not enough to make a whole album or a big project with, and I often have quite a lot of the cutouts left as well. So I have a few of these, and I've been thinking to myself, what am I going to do with them? I have this one as well that also needs working through, and this one as well. This one's got lots and lots of little scrappy pieces here. So I've been thinking about ways that I could use up all those tiny little scraps and also finish the pad and make something that I really like out of it. I'm not a card maker. I think that you could use those to make some really lovely cards, but I'm not a card maker, and I never send cards anymore. But with my scraps I have made this. So I've done 2 videos on how I made this. The first video was collaging all my little scraps together and sewing in my making my cover and sewing in my signatures and putting in some pockets. And then in the second video I have put together some of the inserts, and to do that I've used I designed a set of elements in one single SVG file, and I'm just calling it a journal pack. And this is a sort of a guide to what's in the journal pack. So the pieces in blue are the actual elements themselves, and then the pieces in pink, which are sitting on top, of the mats. So you could cut all of these out of cardstock, and you could cut all the little mats out of scrapbook paper and have a really nice looking journal, or whatever you want to make out of it. You could make a folio, anything that you like. But I've just cut everything out of the blue elements themselves and then just embellished that, and I've cut that out of my collage scrapbook paper or book pages and things like that. So we've got 5 different styles of normal pockets here. We've got some long pockets, and these ones are to fit on an A4 piece of paper, and these ones are to fit on a letter size piece of paper because they are slightly different widths. So my book itself is made up of A4 pages folded in half to make my pages of my journal. So this is an A4 page folded in half. An A4 page is not as wide as a letter piece of paper, so I've made, here I've used an A4 long pocket, but if you were making this out of letter size paper, then you would cut out the letter size long pocket. So I've used these ones. The only time I've used the letter size pocket is on the cover itself, because the cover's much bigger. But there's also a file folder, there's a trifold pocket, a slot pocket, a CD sleeve pocket, and a library pocket, because you can never have too many pockets, right? There's a small bag and a large bag. A little notebook insert if you wanted to use that as a little insert. There's a row of little tickets here, a little matchbook to make a little matchbook notebook, a rolodex card for journaling or doodling, a little specimen slide, a little viewfinder, and some page tabs. So I've used just about everything here to make this this journal, and I thought I'd give you a show. I'll show you what it looks like now that it's all finished. So I've just done it up with a ribbon tie, which was just a bit of scrap of ribbon. It was probably off a bunch of flowers or something like that. Sorry about the dog in the background, that's the next door neighbour's dog. This is a little scrap of trim that I have no idea where it came from, but I have some, so, and the colours match, so I'll pop that on. This is the cutout that was left over from the scrapbook paper pack that I had. The same with this, and I've just put some UT on it, and also this little bit here. I've made a little charm to go on the side, and it's on a bulldog clip, so it can easily be removed. And on there are some little, these are paper beads, so I've made these from scraps as well, and I've just painted them to match. And this one here is just made from some text paper, so even those are scraps. And then I've got some little scraps of ribbon and eyelash trim that I've popped on there as well, and a little bit of cheesecloth. So I really made an effort to use just scrap stuff that where I could. So here I've got the slot pocket, which I've just cut out a bit of scrap craft cardstock, which I have coffee stained. So that's this guy here, the slot pocket. And then I've got some of the cutouts. This is one of the rolodex cards that I just cut out of a bit of scrap cardstock, which was not big enough for anything else, and I've coffee stained it. And then I've just put a little cutout on there, so that just slides in there. This was left over from another project where I used hexagons, so I just popped that in there. And this is some of the tickets. So I've got these tickets along here. So they've got matte, so you could matte them with scrapbook paper if you wanted to, but I just thought I would do a little bit of random stamping. And so my Cricut has cut these out, so I didn't have to do any of the cutting, and they're perforated so you can easily tear them apart as well. They come in a strip of 5. They're fabulous for that long skinny little bit of cardstock that you've got left over from cutting something out. On this page here I have got one of the library pockets, which I've just made out of some book page. So that's this little library pocket here, and then I've just embellished it with some of the little scrappy bits from the scrapbook paper. And even this here is just those top edges from the scrapbook paper. I've just glued them together, stitched over them, and then it is a little pocket. You could use that as a little pocket, but it could also just be something on the page to make it look cute. This is one of those A4 pockets here that I've cut out, and I've used my collage page. So in my first video I did all my collaging of my little pieces, and then I cut them down to 12 by 12 sheets and put it on my Cricut mat, and then just went to town cutting out as many pockets as I could. So there's a pocket, and then this is one of the file folders that I've cut out here, and I've just decorated it. And then on the inside I have used the corner pockets here, put one on each side, and I haven't put anything in there because it's looking pretty chunky already. So that's the file folder, and then I have these little page tabs throughout as well, and that's these little page tabs here. So just a bit of paper ruffle, one of the cutouts on some music paper, and this here is one of the small bags. So I've included this little small bag in here in the journal pack, which was just really easy to cut out using my Cricut, and then I just glued it up and made a little bag. And that's just using up another little bit of paper that didn't really go with anything else, but kind of fits in here quite nicely. Just got some coffee stain paper, a bit of fussy cutting from the leftover bits of scrapbook paper. And here is one of my specimen slides. So I have made that using this little slide here, and I've got some transparency which I have put a fussy cut butterfly in, and it's just backed with book paper, that one. And then this little tiny little tag here I bought from a place here in Australia, an online shop here in Australia called Witchcraft Do, and I will try and remember to put a link to that. But she has these cute little tags that you can include, so I put one of those on there. And then we've got another one of those library pockets, so that's this library pocket here, again just out of some book paper. Some more of those tickets, just a little bit of collage down the side of my page. Okay, so this is one of my pockets here, and I cut it out of my collaged scraps, and then I just stitched around it, so it's already collaged. I didn't need to do anything. And then this is one of my file folders here. It's this file folder, but I just shrunk it down so that now it's cute, because the little's cute. And then I just made some tags to go in. This is left over from my cover. It's a bit that I cut off the top of my cover. I just made that into a tag, and it's already collaged, and of course I could embellish that as well if I wanted to, but I'm just popping that behind there. And it's just a little bit more page decoration using some little strips of paper. This guy here is the viewfinder. So I made this in the second process video, and that's using this viewfinder down here. And I've just put some little words out of the dictionary and some little pressed flowers in there. Put it in a laminated sheet and laminated it, and then sandwiched it between the two viewfinders. And then I have another one of these little bags. So I'll just pop that on there. Again, just using a bit of cardstock that wasn't big enough for much else. Bit of paper ruffle. Here I've got one of those corner pockets again, and I cut that out of my collage paper. And this is the large bag, so this is this guy here, and I've just used my fancy scissors. What are those scissors? The fancy trim scissors. I don't know. I just cut along those to make it look like a paper bag, and I could have embellished that one as well, but I haven't. And then inside is just one of those rolodex cards, so that's just popped in there. This is a page from the scrapbook paper, and I've just cut out the door section, and then I've got a little vellum sheet behind there, and then just another little piece of paper with a fussy cut. Here I've got 3 of my little collaged pockets, so that's these tiny little pockets here. Just put 3 of those on a page and a page tab. And then we've got that vellum and that scrapbook paper here. This is my little matchbook that I made in the second process video. So that's this matchbook here. So I just cut that out of a bit of craft leftover cardstock and coffee stained that. Did a little bit of embellishing on it, and then when you open it up, it's got some little coffee stained pages in here, and this strip was left over from the inside cover that I, it's this coffee stained paper here. So I just made that little guy, and I've just paper clipped him onto the side, so I'll just slide that back on there. And that's just one of the cutouts. Here's another one of those pockets. That's pocket 2, this pocket here. And that's just out of my collage scraps. Here is one of the trifold pockets. So this is the trifold pocket here. So it just opens up like this, and there's actually 3 pockets here, and I haven't put anything in it because I completely forgot. But if I could find a tag, I think this is probably too wide. There's a pocket here. Yeah, it's too wide. Too wide. Let's find something small. Here we go. There's a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. And of course, I could embellish that, and I probably should go back and do that, but I completely forgot. But anyway, it opens up like that, so that's kind of cute. And that's this one here, so that was nice and easy. And then we've got some more decorations and a page tab. There's another one of those little slides. This is my CD pocket. So this is my CD sleeve pocket here. So I've cut one of those out. I just cut it out of copy paper and stained it, coffee stained it, and it flips out. It's got a little one of the cutouts in there, but this flips out so you can get underneath as well. And that's just got a little bit of tracing paper in there, so then I can just slide that in there. So that's also from the journal pack. There's another pocket and another rolodex card, and we've just got some decorations, embellishments. This is another one of the file folders that I've just shrunk it down really small and pop that in there. And then we're into the second signature. Another one of those trifold pockets that opens up this way. And again, you can put things in each of those little pockets. So that one's like that. It's pretty cute. And then, oh, it also, I've left it open on the back so you can actually put a long something or other in there as well. And then I think I might have shown you pretty much everything that's in the journal pack, so I'll just flip through the rest. Another collage pocket, a little bit more collaging, the Rolodex card and the ticket, another pocket, another page tag, another one of those little bags, a bit more embellishing, one of those long pockets with one of the Rolodex cards and one of the large paper bags. Slides in there, and another little page tag, a little bit more embellishing on the side of my page, another little library pocket, and have I glued the back under on that? I'm not, oh no, you can fit something in there as well, so you could also have a long skinny tag in there. I just haven't. Sometimes it's hard to know when to stop. And then we have another one of those little bags there. A little bit more decorating, embellishing using those long bits from the top of my scrapbook paper that I've just made into a pocket. And another paper ruffle. Another little embellishment on there. Bit of dictionary paper. Bit of coffee stain paper, bit of scrapbook paper, another one of my collage pockets, a Rolodex card, bit of vellum, coffee stain paper, book pages, another little embellishment, and then a long pocket in back. So that is what I made using just one of these scrappy bits of leftover scrapbook paper packs and my journal pack. And from the one that I made, or from the pack that I used, I made 2 of these. So that is great. And I've also made a single signature soft cover. And I've done the same thing again. I've just glued together all my scraps. These are my scraps from when I made my satchel. And then I just made my cover and all my pockets out of that. And I've also made some paper beads and just painted those and popped some of those on the side. So this is exactly the same process, but I just didn't make a spine. I just made a single signature and sewed it in here. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's such a great way to use up your scraps, and I think I love it. It feels so nice in the hand, and it's just so rewarding to use up all those scrappy bits and make something really pretty and fun out of these. So this guy here, I should have mentioned how big it was. It is 9 inches, which is 23 centimeters by 6.5 inches, which is 16.5 centimeters, and my spine is 6 centimeters, which is about 2.5 inches. So that's that little guy there, and I've used up all my scraps, and I think I still managed to make something really beautiful. So if you're interested, this journal pack is available in my Etsy store. It's a set, one SVG file. I've managed to put all of this on one SVG file. I hope it works for all electronic cutting machines that use SVGs. Cricut has changed their software, so now I can make much larger single file SVGs, whereas before this would have been 4 or 5 files. Now I can get all of this in one file, so it's a much easier way to share these bigger project SVG files with you. Anyway, it's available in my Etsy store if you're interested. Otherwise, I hope maybe you have found some inspiration in ways that you could use up some of your scraps and finally use up all those scrappy paper packs that you didn't know what to do with. So thanks very much, guys, for joining me today. I've got some other exciting projects coming up really soon that I hope to share with you. Otherwise, thanks for your time. I'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.